Hello, Ji. This is me, Shireen Zulfiqar. I'm an anchor person in News One, and for me, it's an immense pride to announce that I'm also associated with Indus Hospital and Health Network for their Indus Yaqeen project, which is particularly a project of engaging the youth and obviously our future leaders as well. So this webinar is about to commemorate International Youth Day, which every year observes on 12th of August. And this year we have intergenerational solidarity, the theme for this year's International Youth Day. So before proceeding, with the honor of your time, I would definitely take this moment to tell you more about Indus Hospital and Health Network before proceeding towards our future leaders. They will be joining us in a while. So, Indus Hospital and Health Networks is primarily a network which have a purpose to, provide indiscriminative and obviously a quality healthcare free of cost to all the people, regardless of any caste, creed, discrimination. And in this hospital and health network, totally observes 13 hospitals and 26 primary care units. And most interestingly, it provides more than 4,50,000 child complete healthcare. And every month, the patients which have been treated from different care units and under this network. We are so proud, and we feel every time an immense pleasure whenever we do announce Indus Hospital and Health Network's success throughout the years, because it only relies on the public donations and your support. Those who are watching us right now, you can also be join hands for definitely all the fundraising campaign our youth has been already associated with. So moving forward towards the webinar, we'll be definitely inviting our future leaders, youth from different chapters internationally. I would take a. I'm immensely proud to announce that we have international chapters of IHHN, Friends of Indus Hospital from USA, Indus Development Foundation from Canada, the Indus Hospital UAE, and Indus Health Network UK. The representative, our youth, our passionate youth will be joining us in a while in this webinar to share about their experience, and we'll be commencing a very brief and interesting discussion in this webinar to how we are observing this year's International Youth Day. So before proceeding, how high HHN is working for Indus Yaqeen, what are the platform which we have given the youth, and how the youth of Pakistan internationally are being engaged in with IHHN for our fundraising campaigns, for their unconditional support, which truly particularly keeps me going. We have prepared a video to share you a glimpse of how it's been processing out, and how the youth is been engaging throughout the year for conducting different kind of campaigns, sessions. So let's have a look on this video, and then we'll be proceeding towards our commencing of webinar and a discussion, a powerful and energetic discussion with our future leaders. Have a look. Completely mesmerized experience, and You can also be the champions of change. Those who are listening this webinar and watching us live. So let's invite the champions of change with us, and we are opening this webinar but properly in a way that Summer, Sania, and Hadi has joined us. They will be definitely introducing themselves. They will be introducing about their experience with youth programs and how they are, and they have an aim to proceed with ambition and goal for this year's particularly theme of intergenerational solidarity. So Sania and Summer Hassan has joined us from Dubai. Hello, Sanya and Summer. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us, lovelies. And Sayed Hadi has joined us from Karachi. I would like to tell that Hadi has been also a part of our I Hope program, and Indus has been organizing this program since a little long. So let's moving forward and giving the stage to you all. We are initiating our conversation with Miss Sania and Samar Hassan. Okay, Sania and Samar, how you both are doing? I would give you few time to introduce yourself and particularly about International Youth Day and the theme. Yes, Sania.
Yes, I'm Sonia, and this is Summer, and um, we're from Dubai, and we've been involved within this for about a year now. And yeah,
Okay, perfect. So we have Sayed Hadi as well with us. Hadi, would you like to introduce yourself as well?
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Syed Hadi and I'm 17 years old. I have been associated with in this hospital since 2020. It was back in the Corona times. It was online, but now I got a chance to be in the hospital physically. So yeah, I consider myself pretty lucky to be a part of in this hospital and health network.
Perfect, perfect. So, Sanya and Summer, how you think, what you think about the youth challenges which we are, particularly you think as a youth you guys are facing, and keeping in mind the theme of intergenerational solidarity, how you would like to observe and dealing with all the challenges.
I think that people like youth usually are they're not very aware of the challenges that other people go through, so they don't really know how to help and how easy it is to help and make a difference in other people's lives. But that can be very easily changed through telling people how everything works and telling people about your experience.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so would you like to add something else, Sanya?
I think that the challenges that you can face, since we're still very young, people might not listen or believe what you're saying, even though it is true. So you have to be very confident and tell them about it.
That's great. That's great. So, moving towards you, Hadi, you have also been part of our I Hope program, and within the Indus hospital premises, you have covered patient stories, so on and so forth. Precisely, how would you like to elaborate or discuss your experience working with Indus Hospital and Health Network?
It was, to be honest, really heartwarming. It created that sense of empathy and humbleness again with the people, and it even provided me a clear image of the other side of the country, the challenges a common man faces in the country, and how much he is deprived of the basic health facilities in the country, which, to be honest, it is an alarming situation. So yeah, uh, it created a sense of empathy, and to be honest, I came across many patients, their emotional stories, and it was once in a lifetime experience.
So, any patient story which truly, like, touched your heart, and you wanna, share it with us as well. We would love to know, by the way.
There's one story I remember, and this was about a guy which I interviewed back in June with the IHUB program. He was accompanied with his friend. He belonged from the medicine industry, and approximately 14 years ago, he lost his hearing. due to a chemical accident inside the factory, and he was still working, but he couldn't hear. And he spent, what to be honest impressed me was that with a disability of not hearing, he still continued to work for the next 14 years until he came to know about Indus. And he has been now coming to Indus since 2021, and that when I last talked to him, he had to decide, the doctors had to decide a final verdict on his, hearing and speech therapy and the surgery. So that was one story which really touched me.
Lovely, lovely. Sani and Samar, I would love to hear from you as well. You guys was also paid a visit to Indus Hospital. How was your experience?
It was very interesting to see how the hospital is actually run and the amount of effort that goes into making all the patients feel comfortable and helping them with their needs. And it made us realize how lucky we are as well.
We talked to a young boy, and he was diagnosed with leukemia, and his dream was to be a famous cricketer. And since he got leukemia, his dreams were crushed by that, and he faced a lot of challenges. But since he went to Indus, he got like quickly recovered with all the healthcare and stuff that Indus provides.
Lovely. So, I would like, coming back to your from your comment, how you think that Indus is changing some of the health scenario within the Pakistan, out of the Pakistan. What you have a thoughts about it?
It's a very significant organization and they strive to help people in need, which is making a difference in Pakistan. And it's it's a really good organization because they encourage everyone to help. So they have lots of different programs which you can get involved in and you can do your part to be a part of the change that they're doing.
Lovely, lovely. If Sania wants to add something.
Yeah, they have a lot of programs for different ages, and it's very easy to get involved as well. So, and usually there's not a cost, so it's better.
Perfect. Okay, so Hadi, moving this question toward you as well. How do you think that in this hospital and health network has, changed a little health scenario, particularly in keeping in mind the health sectors across the Pakistan you might have observed.
One thing that is really eye-opening is that Indus is totally working on donations. They do not take a single penny from its patients. And when I came to Indus, what really impressed me was that the diversity of the patients. They came from rural areas of different provinces and even the neighboring countries. That shows that they're mending their trust with Indus, that they would be provided basic and health facilities which they can't be provided by the government. And the fact that in these times of hyperinflation in my country, India is doing such a significant job, it needs more recognition. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Perfect. So, Sania and Summer, what do you think? Like, if precisely you want to answer that, what Indus has taught you guys?
It's definitely taught us a lot regarding how we can help other people, and it's really opened our eyes to see a different side of the world, kind of, because we don't really experience that kind of stuff in Dubai, but we're very privileged here. So it was really eye opening in that sense, and it's like taught us how to give back as well.
Hmm. Perfect. You, Sania.
Um, as she said, it's very eye-opening, and it's taught us how to give back, and it makes us realize how lucky we are and how less fortunate other people are.
Perfect. So Hadi, what do you think? Okay, there must be some takeaway points for you with the work under an umbrella of Indus Yaqeen, and IHHN has been doing. What do you think? What youth can learn from it? I think we are observing some technical errors from Hadi's side, so we'll move back to Sanya and Summer. I will be definitely bringing the same question towards you as well. What do you think youth can learn from IHHN's and the change has been like working, having and having some more compassionate individuals working selflessly for IHHN. What do you think? What's the learning for youth, particularly here? Yes, Summer.
What we learned personally was um, like how hard people have it, how hard they go through just to be cured or be less sick. And for us, we're very fortunate to have these privileges so easy for us, whereas for other people, it's very hard for them.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
very
Summer, you want to add something?
um, you basically gain the knowledge that you know in your heart that you're helping change someone's life and your contribution is making a difference. And even the smallest actions can make such a big difference in someone's life, and it inspires other people around you to do the same.
Hmm. Perfect. So, Hadi, Sanya and Summer were discussing about their experience and what they think that youth, what can learn from, how IHHN is working under an umbrella of Indus Yaqeen program for having a compassion within the youth. What do you think? What are the learning youth can learn from IHHN?
What the youth, for example, now in this IHHN provides a great opportunity for the youth because the youth is the future of Pakistan actually. So
Absolutely.
and this is the age where we need to learn stuff, where we need to be taught that these are basic problems, and is this now it's our responsibility to fix it up in the country. So providing a platform and gaining giving them platform to gain experience and teaching them at such a young age, it's obviously going to be in their mind when they grow up. They're obviously going to consider it, and then they're obviously going to work for it in the future as well.
Perfect. So, it's going an amazing discussion with you guys, and particularly even I'm having a learning notes with me from your sayings. So, I would definitely would love to hear from you. Any message on this International Youth Day with the theme of intergenerational solidarity you would like to give your fellows on with the wonderful work you have been doing by being associating yourself from Indus Hospital Health Network. So we are starting from Hadi. Yes, Hadi.
To be honest, what I believe, keeping in mind the international intergenerational solidarity, is that we need to know that solidarity has no borders, to be honest. Be it any ethnicity, be it from wherever you belong, which country. For example, Sani and Samar are from Dubai, I'm here from Pakistan, but what we took from in this hospital is one same motive. It's almost the same motive that we took. So that is what, like, to fix these problems, we need to unite, we need to join hands, and we need to be a team because a teamwork makes a dream work.
Lovely. You've got an amazing and golden words, Hadi. And definitely, we cannot achieve even a single thing without a teamwork. And that's what and where the power of teamwork lies. Brilliant. So, Sanya and Summer, yes, you would like to add something special
Yeah,
message for youth on International Youth Day.
like Hadi said, there's a range of opportunities out there that Indus are providing, adapted for all ages and all kinds of people. It doesn't really matter where in the world you're from. There's a way to get involved, and everyone can do their part to help make the difference that's needed.
Um,
Perfect. Yeah,
yeah,
Sanya.
I think that it doesn't matter wherever you are in the world, there's still loads of opportunities, like they said. There's loads of opportunities. It's very easy to get involved. So it doesn't matter where you are or like how privileged you are. You can try your best to just involve yourself.
Perfect. So I really enjoyed having a conversation with these three wonderful future leaders, and I would like to wish you three a very, very good luck for your
Thank you.
association with Indus Hospital and the compassion you have within yourself individually, because you guys are the true dream leaders and the future leaders, and then we are so proud of you for the work you have been doing for in this hospital and health network. And we are probably will be taking in this Yaqeen and youth engagement program on much broader level, inshallah ta'ala, very soon. So thank you once again, Tanya and
Thank you.
Samar Hassan, who joined us from Dubai, and Sayed Hadi Shah. A very beautiful smile I can see at your face, Hadi. Lovely. Keep it up. So thank you for joining us. You'll be having other volunteers as well who will be joining us in a while, and we'll be proceeding with the conversation with them in this webinar. Definitely, there have been many volunteers, and if I would say from Pakistan particularly, more than 1,000 volunteers has been signed up, and we are so happy to say that we have many volunteers active on ground. We'll be having few of the other volunteers as well in a while, and Sani and Samar and Hadi can sign off, so we can welcome the rest of the three volunteers on board with us, and we can proceed with the conversation with them. Because definitely when we say more about, we can say learning and the youth engagement program, so we got to know and learn more about it. Indus Hospital Health Network under Indus Yaqeen has been organizing many events and many sessions within the university, within the schools, and because we want more youth engagement, and we really, we love to see them as a compassionate individuals. Okay, so here we go. Hamad has joined us from Edinburgh. Hey, Hamad, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Hi, I'm happy to be here.
Oh, lovely. We too, as definitely have been a part of this webinar. And Yusra Hassan has also joined us from Toronto. Hey, Yusra, how are you doing? Can you please unmute yourself?
Yes, good. Alhamdulillah. How are you?
I am doing good, and literally, I mean, I was little like, oh my god, future leaders are here, and I was a little much, confused. But your pretty smile on your face, and has literally relaxed me to proceed with the conversation. So, without wasting a single second, let's proceed with the conversation, that as we are observing this webinar with the context of International Youth Day, which we commemorate on every year, 12th of August. And the theme for this year's International Youth Day is intergenerational solidarity. So, Hamad, I would love to hear from you that how you think youth. You can more introduce about yourself, and how you see youth and their engagements with the context of intergenerational solidarity, and how you see the role of IHHN for mobilizing the youth.
It's a lot to take in. So, firstly, I'm Hamad. I study in the University of Edinburgh. I came to hear about Indus Hospital through my mother, and I worked. I was working in Dubai, helping Indus Hospital with certain fundraiser events, and I only just recently was able to volunteer at the hospital in Karachi, based in Karachi, and I did learn a lot. Um, Sorry, what was intergenerational? Sure. Okay. Uh, I think there are challenges between generations. The younger you are, the less people would listen to you. But those challenges will eventually form and mold more grounded and more sort of confident volunteers and more confident helpers, which is what Indus Hospital needs. And these helpers will in future be able to help Indus Hospital in a big way.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So, okay, Yusra, how you think youth can create a change, and how much that change is needed, and how you think youth can be a champions of change, and how IHHN is working efficiently for mobilizing the youth?
Yeah, so I think change is definitely needed, and we are working, especially in this hospital, is working tirelessly to make that change happen, and make youth champions of change, in fact. But there is an ideal that I think we should all go by, and my mom always says this to me. So it's without a family, I have no one. Without a heart, I am no one, and without dignity, I have no one as well. So I think it's important that as we embark on this journey to become a champion of change, we make sure that we have our family around us. If our family is not supporting, which is the case with a lot of people, we should go outside, find like-minded people, and make those our family. Of course, bloodline is not important in many cases, and we should make sure that our heart does not become stone as we go further in our journey to make an impact on the community. And lastly, keep your dignity with you. Be true to yourself, and that's basically everything in a nutshell that I can say to youth to impact the community.
Perfect, lovely, lovely. So, Hamad, as you were, telling us about your experience that you have also paid a visit to Indus Hospital and Health Network, um, what were your feeling that moment?
I mean, I it's a very awakening experience. You get to meet dozens of individuals who have suffered long and hard at very early stages of their life, and they have come from various different regions such as Afghanistan, Iran, some people in Karachi, and they come from long and far to seek help essentially, which is, as I said, it's awakening, it's eye opening, it's um, indescribable, really. It changes your worldview like you wouldn't imagine.
So, how you see, Hamad? What are the challenges youth are facing these days, particularly?
They are facing challenges in terms of fundraising is difficult when it comes to being a youth, as you don't you aren't in contact with any people who have the ability to contribute large. And not only that, it's very difficult to organize events as a youth, since you don't have much credibility in the field. You don't have much notoriety, so it is difficult. But I say my father says this a lot, that tough times create tough people, and those tough people are able to make changes.
Wow, lovely, lovely. So, Yusra, would you like to add up something? The question I asked to Hamad as well, the youth challenges which you think particularly youth are facing these days.
Particularly these days, of course, there's a lot of challenges, but one of the main ones I feel is that the generations before us, I think they have a lack of trust in us, and rightfully so. I'm not saying that's wrong, but I think one thing, so there's a myriad of challenges that we're always facing, especially when entering the workforce and all of that. But I think just one thing that is the leading challenge is an opportunity. I think we have a lack of opportunities, and because of that, we don't have experience. And so I think if we get that opportunity, we can always. I'm pretty sure we'll do wonders in the world.
Definitely, Yusra, with the continuation of your comment, I would love to know that what do you think? How you think IHHN is, providing a volunteering opportunity, mobilizing the youth? How you see it, and what do you think as a youth makes you motivated to serve yourself as a volunteer for a noble cause?
Yeah. So I'll answer the second question first. What makes me motivated to serve in this hospital? I think the concept that services are being provided, first of all, free of cost, but also with equality and without discrimination is one of the main things that's like the pulling force. And then also that resources, whether they're limited or not, are being distributed without following the class system. And I think that's really that that's
I think are we facing some internet connectivity issues from Yusra's side. So Yusra, we are just waiting to catch you back. Then moving towards Hamad.
But
So Hamad, okay. Okay, Yusra will be joining us back in a little while. So, Hamad, taking the same question towards you, how you see IHHN is providing, volunteering opportunities at all ages, and how you see and would like to share your experience and what keeps you motivated serving as a volunteer with IHHN?
So IHN, it offers a platform for younger generations to sort of voice themselves. It gives power to younger generations, and it's very it's very helpful for younger generations. It helps create awareness for certain health issues and certain um, it creates awareness for fundraising as well, and it helps younger generations become awake to the fact that these problems do exist and these problems are able to um, these problems uh, they affect a lot of people, and I believe that overall this will help future generations to take a stand to help provide their own platform in order to fix these issues.
Okay, so Yusra, we just lost, unfortunately, some internet connections, and we were just
yeah.
unable to catch your words. You were sharing your experience and your thoughts about what keeps you motivated serving as a volunteer for IHHN's cause.
Yeah, so there is a lot of things that are the pulling force for me, for that make me want to be associated with Indus Hospital. But one of the main ones that's probably the pulling force is the concept that services are given equally without discrimination to everyone across the country, and even beyond. Like I've actually never visited Indus Hospital before, but I've heard from family and friends, and right now today as well, that people from neighboring countries and other provinces and all of that, they also come. So that, and then also the fact that Indus Hospital quite visibly is not following the class system, and it's not distributing resources through the class system. And I think that really hits the nail on the head.
Perfect. So this year's International Youth Day has gotten very amazing theme. It's more about intergenerational solidarity. I would really like to hear from you guys that how you think how you can pass this legacy of being more compassionate to the younger generations. How it can be done. I'll be having the same question with you, Hamad, but I would like to take some views from Yusra first. Yes, Yusra.
Yes, so I think one thing that's really important that I'd like to tell the youth who are watching and who are wanting to volunteer with not only Indus Hospital but any other organization is to listen to everyone, and not just the views that you like to hear, but also the views that you don't like to hear. I think it's really important, and these days I feel like everyone's talking over each other without actually understanding the real essence of what everyone is saying, and everyone's points that may differ from your points, but they have always different points, always have a backstory behind them, and learning from that might actually help us to come together and make a bigger impact. So that's my my a couple of my sentences that I would like to tell the newer generation, younger than us, as they embark on their journey.
Lovely. More power to you. Yes, Hamad.
Sorry. I think that younger generations should voice their opinion because it's a very common thing that the most simple solutions and the most effective solutions come from younger generations because younger people, because their minds work in such a fascinating way that they are able to come up with solutions that uh, elder people might overthink. And it's it So it's important. It's probably the word should be necessary to voice everyone's opinions such that solutions can be made in a more simple and effective manner. Granted, that's not to say that you should overspeak. You should always listen. You should always take notes. But I believe for future generations and future prospective volunteers that they should, if they have an idea, make it known, make it tell everyone, make sure it's heard as much as possible and as far and as wide as possible.
Lovely, Hamad. You've got amazing ambitions, and I would like to wish you a very, very good luck for all your future endeavors and for the cause, for the purpose. You have been doing it for noble cause by associating yourself with Indus Hospital Health Network. Thank you so much, Hamad. I had a very, very lovely discussion with you. So I would love to move back to Yusra. Yusra, how you think, if you are speaking about the challenges of youth, if you are particularly, the contribution which youth can have, what do you think? With the current scenario, with the current need of the time, what are the basic challenges which youth are facing these days?
I think the main challenge that youth are facing these days is just finding an opportunity and gaining experience. Without experience, unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm not sure, struggle or not struggle, but it's the main a challenge is that they don't have experience, they're not getting jobs, they're not, getting opportunities to, progress in their life. So I think overcoming that challenge would be that our older generations, they provide us with that, they have some trust in us and then provide us with an opportunity, just one chance, and
Perfect.
I'm sure we can
Lovely.
show. Yeah.
Perfect. So Nuran is also joining us. She's from Lahore, Pakistan, and as I've already briefed about it, that we recently had a very grand launch of Indus Yaqeen program in Lahore, and she was there to witness the passionate youth. Oh my God, I would definitely, I couldn't feel so much overwhelmed. The passion we have seen from the Lahore youth, the support we have already being received from there. So she'll be joining us in a while, and we'll be having listening to her experience. Before proceeding to Nurana, I would like to come back to Yusra. Yusra, how you think you can share the contributions for fundraising campaigns, as I've already mentioned in my introduction, and you guys also know that Indus is working free of cost. There's not even a single, cash counter in this hospital's premises. So how you think how to lead the campaigns for donation drives and fundraising campaigns?
Yeah, so I think that the main thing is to, when you're asking for a donation, try to awaken the empathy within the other individual. I think sometimes they may think, no, like, I don't want to either donate to this particular organization or something, but it's important to have that knowledge at the back, so that if they ask you something, you can say it right off the bat, and then you can also, awaken that type of empathy within them, that yes, we are doing something for not only the Pakistani community, but also the whole world, in fact, because if Pakistan, empowers its healthcare system and all of that, then obviously it will impact other areas of the world as well. So I think it's important that we have the knowledge, first of all, as to what Indus Hospital is doing, and then also awaken that empathy within them.
Lovely, lovely. So you stop. What do you think? There is one thing which which is the spark inside you, which keeps you motivating. So what's the spark inside you, and what do you think? What makes you going? What keeps you going and motivating for the same purpose, for the noble cause we are already working with? Yes. Yusra, you were able to get my question? Okay. So I think. Okay, Yusra, you're back.
Sorry, I yeah,
No problem. That's
sorry.
completely okay.
I think it cut out for a bit. Yeah.
So, do you want me to repeat my question again?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, so I was just asking you because I'm just loving to know more about your experience and the golden words you are sharing about the struggle, or like how youth actually comes across with by carrying the compassionate feeling for such a noble cause. What do you think? What's one thing? What's one the spark which keeps you going and motivating for serving a noble cause?
I think it's the thought that whatever action I'm doing, whether I'm doing it from across the world, living in Canada, whether I'm doing it from across the world, I'm impacting at least one person is just a surreal thought. It's a very different feeling that I'm not able to explain, and it's not something that I everyone can get. I think it's something that you have to get involved in an organization to be able to feel that type of feeling. So I think it's just that feeling that drives me. Other than that, there is really nothing else other than that feel. I would do anything to get that feeling, and this organization, Indus Hospital, it enables me to get that feeling, and so that's why I'm here.
Yeah. So, what makes you motivated to serve as a volunteer with IHHN?
Oh, so there's like a number of things that motivated me. Most of all, just the team and how they were. I've worked with a bunch of different organizations before, but none of them were like Indus Yaqeen. They're so they're so involved with their children, and and everyone is so helping, and they guided me like thoroughly and so nicely. And I talked to a few members at the Parco event, and we came up with numerous ideas regarding how to help the youth, and it was really amazing.
Initially, we had a discussion about that this year's international youth theme is Nuran. It's more about intergenerational solidarity, and Yusra had some very amazing remarks on how you can pass this legacy to the younger generation of being more compassionate and for serving for a noble cause. What's your take on it? How you see it?
How I see involving the younger generation.
Perfect. Yes, definitely. The legacy to pass to the younger generation.
Okay, so I've actually implemented a very interesting plan. At my school at Roots, I'm the head of socials. And so since we're the senior most class in the school, we go to our younger, classes, the IGs and the preschoolers, and we involve them in this club, and we help them conduct activities together. We go on donation drives. We collect like food supplies and we distribute them throughout the streets of Lahore. And these things, it's fun for children to pack the little goodie bags and then distribute them amongst the poverty. So I think those things really help keep the children involved and keep them interested in doing stuff like this.
So, I've actually organized more events over here for IDF, with Indus Development Foundation, and I haven't been part of too many fundraising, like youth fundraising events, but I am the manager of I'm the director of the Indus Yaqeen program in Canada. So since we've recently started off, we've been planning Krispy Kreme sales. I'm not sure if Pakistan is familiar with Krispy Kreme, but they're basically a donut brand, and they have the best donuts. So we're planning one of those sometime in September, October, and then beyond that, we're hoping to have like hopefully a clothing drive or something of that sort, where we can sell clothes and then get that money and donate it back to Indus Hospital. So those are the types of fundraising activities that are going on over here. Aside from the regular like gala dinners that we have, where a lot like celebrities come and we have those dinners and events, entertainment nights, and all of that. But that's more so for the mainstream Pakistani community.
That's perfect, perfect. Oh my God, we're just running with a very short of time, literally. But the discussion is like that. I really want to have it for another next 1 hour, but definitely we have to conclude here. So I'll be taking few very good remarks from you guys regarding message for youth and with the context of International Youth Day. So I'll be having it from Yusra that how you would like to, engage and motivate other youth as well for joining hands with you and for creating a team to serve and work for a noble cause. Your golden words, Yusra. Yes.
Well, yeah. So, to the youth that are watching, I want to tell you that with every hardship comes ease. So, make sure that if you ever encounter any hardship, whether it's a volunteer work with an organization or it's in the workforce when you're, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever, an engineer, whatever you want
Well, I think we're observing, Yusra, some
to.
internet connectivity issues from your end, and I don't really want to miss your message for youth. I'll be coming back to you. Meanwhile, Nuran, I would love to hear from you. Your message for the youth, please, on the context of International Youth Day.
I would like to say that no matter where you come from or who you are, I think we should all participate towards making not only Pakistan but this entire world a better place for everyone to live in. So every effort, no matter how little you may think it is, it will count in the grand scheme of things.
Perfect. So, Yusra, coming back to you, you can continue because we observed some internet connectivity issue from
Yes.
your end. Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, so I can start from the beginning. I'm not sure where exactly I cut off, but I was just saying that to all the youth watching, I want to tell you guys with every hardship comes ease. So if you ever encounter struggles in your life, just trust the process and, make sure to still achieve your goals. Don't give up. And with every hardship, again, comes ease. So there will be light at the end of the tunnel if you just don't give up.
Oh wow, what motivational lines and what a motivational thoughts you both have. It's been a pleasure having you both, Nuran from Lahore, Pakistan, Yusra Hassan from Toronto, Canada. And we are so fortunate, believe me, on the behalf of Indus Hospital and Health Network to have such an amazing, passionate youth who have been working for us, who have been dedicatively putting all your efforts for in this hospital and health networks, understanding and realizing the noble cause of it. And believe me, I would like to wish you both and all the volunteers out there a very, very good luck. You can definitely, sign off from your end. So, thank you so much once again, all the volunteers who have joined from our international chapters from Pakistan, Karachi, Lahore, and it was all about with from today's webinar. We'll definitely continue this legacy of having a great discussion with our future leaders. And for you all who are watching this right now, you can also be the part of this noble cause, and you can also sign up. You can find the form, sign up form on our website as well. You can sign up to be the part of Indus Yaqeen team. So we'll be having a fundraising drive, and so you'll be also with us joining hands together and creating a change and being champions of change. So on International Youth Day, let's aim to create and be a change maker and bring a positive change within our society. And once again, do not forget to be a champions of change. So thanks to all who have been watching this webinar. We'll be needing definitely your love, your prayers within the ambitions our youth carries, and of course your support. You can also donate, from our website, and all the other methods and mediums of donations are also being posted on IHHN's official website. So thanks for watching. Take a very good care. Bye bye.